Okay, please listen to this message. This video is going to contain spoilers for Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 3. Every time I do a spoiler breakdown or a spoiler review, for some reason people absolutely miss the fact that it says spoiler in the title and in the thumbnail. I don't know how that happens. So now you have no excuse. The very first thing I say in this video is quite literally that there will be spoilers for Season 3 of the show. So here is your warning. I know that this video is probably going to go up when most of you guys haven't watched the show, so what I recommend is adding this to your watch later, or at least saving the link and coming back after you've watched the whole of Season 3, because we've got some interesting things to delve into, and honestly, Season 3 is the best yet in my opinion, and I love it so much, so I'd hate to spoil any of these things for you guys, so please click off the video right now if you haven't seen Season 3. I don't care about my watch time, I care about you guys actually watching the show and being surprised by what's in it. After you've finished Season 3, head on over, share your reviews in the comments below. Okay, now that is over, we're going to be discussing Season 3 as we mentioned. If you want a no spoiler review, we uploaded that just a few days ago, I believe on March 31st or April 1st, depending where you were in the world. I know it was quite late for me, but we have uploaded it, so you're welcome to go ahead and check that one out. But yes, the spoiler review is here. You guys seem to love the spoiler review for Season 1 and Season 2, so of course, the only thing we have to do right now is make one for Season 3. So if you're excited, be sure to press that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and also go on down to the comments and say what you thought about Season 3 below. Feel free to share spoilers in this video alone. But for now, let's get into the video. So we are going to miss out a few things that we saw in Season 3 just because I want to touch up on some things I thought were very important for the show and actually felt like I really enjoyed it. Firstly, I loved Season 3 so much. There was something about the characters, the storyline, the way that it was all kind of filmed and orchestrated, all of it was just so well put together. And I absolutely adored how they made Season 3. It looked so good, it played out so well, everything about it was almost perfect. So yeah, I absolutely loved the show, and even the boring moments in Season 3, such as the moments where we see the campers trying to chase Smoothie, the moments where we just see... I'm actually trying to think of another point, but honestly, when you think about it, there's not really too many boring moments. I think one of them when they were on the call on the PC with Brooklyn, that was quite boring as well. But I guess in some way it kind of opened up their relationship as a group together, which was quite nice. But even those very slow and boring moments, I felt more emotionally connected than I had done in Camp Cretaceous and Chaos Theory. And what do I mean by that? Well, as you guys know, Ben and Gia, for me personally, they were fantastic. They are so cute together, and I think they're probably the first healthy relationship that we've seen, not just in this animated show, but from the whole Jurassic franchise. As much as I like Owen and Claire, and there was obviously a really nice payoff between Ellie and Alan, I just feel like Ben and Gia were like the only healthy relationship. They didn't really argue too much, they genuinely seem like they love each other, they get over things and they deal with things in their own way. But when you look at the other relationships in the franchise, Owen and Claire, they're pretty much on and off, judging by their backstory, the off-screen between Jurassic World and Fallen Kingdom, but Jurassic World Dominion made them have a satisfying end, which I really appreciated. They were very good in Dominion, but we can agree that they weren't exactly healthy. Alan and Ellie, again, miscommunication, they kind of broke up for ages and Ellie went and shagged another guy, got married to him and ended up having children with him. Even though in Jurassic World Dominion, again, they had a really nice payoff. I just feel like that's not really a healthy relationship, and I don't really think, from what we could tell in Jurassic Park, their relationship was too healthy. Kenji and Brooklyn, I don't know, I saw the breakup happening from a mile away. Again, I feel like that was very forced. I don't think that was very healthy to begin with either. And then you have the potential of Darius and Brooklyn, which again, I don't think will be healthy if that ever happens, merely because Darius and Kenji are supposed to be best friends, and obviously Brooklyn was Kenji's ex-partner. Then we look at Yaz and Sammy, again, you could see the breakup happening from a mile away. In Camp Cretaceous, they came across like best friends, if anything. It was kind of that very strong girlhood friendship that they had, so it kind of came out of nowhere, and then as the season went on, you can kind of see that they aren't really, made for each other, and you get to see that in Chaos Theory Season 3. Personally, I could see this breakup happening from a mile away. All they pretty much did was argue, not communicate, be at the wrong place at the wrong time. Sure, they had some loving and sweet moments, but overall, I felt like they were way too argumentative and way too emotionally invested in everything, and it kind of just got a bit too much, and you could see this breakup happening from a mile away. So in terms of which relationship is actually healthy in the franchise, so far Ben and Gia's are the only one that's healthy. Yeah, it might be long distance and typically they don't work often, but they just seem like they are perfect for each other, like they're made for each other. However, I'm fairly certain that in Season 4, the relationship between Yaz and Sammy will eventually come together once again, and then they'll also have a satisfying ending. It's kind of how the Jurassic franchise goes. Owen and Claire, Ellie and Alan. So I can only presume that Yaz and Sammy are going to work things out in Season 4, and that's where they're going to end off pretty much the animated series. And it'll be satisfying for the people who enjoy seeing these type of relationships. But personally, I'm not really too fussed about relationships. I'm here for the dinosaurs, I'm here for the stories, but it just felt like in Season 3 they actually added a bit more character to them and you actually felt more emotionally invested. It wasn't stale and uninteresting like they were in Camp Cretaceous and also in Chaos Theory. But then we move on to the Jurassic World Dominion tie-ins, and may I just say, they were perfect. I am so glad that they went down this route. We were of course speculating that Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 3 will take place during the Malta sequence in Jurassic World Dominion, and we were speculating how this could work, if it could work, and it did work. It was so nice to see. It's like everything that they made in Season 3 was just so perfectly sculpted in those scenes to pretty much just about be off screen from Jurassic World Dominion. What do I mean by that? Well, running through the streets of Malta, seeing that Barry was meant to meet up with Ben and then ended up leaving to go meet up with Owen, and then obviously, you know, the moments where we see the scooter being taken away by the Dimorphodon. We of course see the sequence of selling the Atrociraptors to Riyadh. We see the sequence of all of the Atrociraptors, you know, crashing in that truck. We now know that the Raptor Handler and Brooklyn were in that truck during Jurassic World Dominion. All of that type of stuff just blew my mind. Now, I have a whole different perspective on looking when I watch Jurassic World Dominion now, and it's just so satisfying. Personally, I probably find more satisfaction than to most of you guys, simply because I enjoyed Dominion to begin with, but hopefully these type of scenes and this type of story at least gives you guys who maybe didn't enjoy Dominion as much as I did some kind of reassurance that yeah, I could actually enjoy this movie a lot more now. But yeah, everything about it was just so well put together and I really adored it. But one thing that also happened in Malta was the Raptor lady's death. Oh my goodness, was it phenomenal, but low-key heartbreaking. I said this in my my no spoiler review, that you kind of start to feel for the villains. You start to react to them and believe in them, and she was one of them. You know, she was made to be a villain, but at the same time, she just wanted to be with her dinosaurs, you know, and it kind of broke my heart seeing that she saw Ghost die, and then she even said stop. We haven't heard her talk, but she says stop. And then she gets eaten out of nowhere by the Carnotaurus. Oh my goodness, my heart broke. I was kind of shocked, you know, and I was not expecting that. I thought that she'd actually end up with her Atrociraptors. I was also very heartbroken about Ghost as well. He is my favourite Atrociraptor, and now he's died off. Oh my goodness, that broke my heart. That really broke my heart. But yeah, the thing is, it broke my heart. But Sonia Santos makes a really important quote that Biosyn are actually making more Atrociraptors, which actually opens the floodgates for so many ideas and theories in my head. I need to start working them out and putting them down onto paper, because yeah, we kind of knew that Biosyn may have created the Atrociraptors, but this is confirmation right here. But we didn't know that they made more than 4, so this is going to be an interesting story to see what happens in Season 4. But yeah, the Dominion sequence, the Malta sequence was really good. We kind of get to see the aftermath, because in Dominion, we're of course focusing on the main characters of Owen, Claire and Kayla and how they're trying to get away. We don't really get to see the aftermath of what happened in Malta whilst the dinosaurs are broken out. In Chaos Theory Season 3, they do a fantastic job of showcasing all of that. And not only that, but there was this one little moment where we get to see that the Allosaurus in Malta is confirmed to be the same one as Battle at Big Rock, which just makes us fans so happy. I'm so glad that they did something like that. It's something so small, but resonates with us fans and makes us really, really happy. So I really appreciate that they went to that effort to add that short 5-second scene just to confirm that theory. But yes, to kind of end off things here, Smoothie the Ankylosaurus is quite literally the cutest thing I have ever seen in the franchise. And I think that overtakes Bumpy. Like, sure, we saw baby Bumpy, but she kind of grew up a little bit more. But then we get to see Smoothie, who's confirmed to be a male, by the way, but he is the cutest thing I have ever seen. It's like a puppy and a kitten merged into one, and I am quite surprised because I thought Smoothie would get his name from the smooth bumps and osteoderms on his body, but it seems like it was just meant to be a fun little name to be the opposite of Bumpy, if that makes sense. Either way, Smoothie is the cutest thing ever. I really do hope that he doesn't have some accelerated growth like Bumpy did, so that we can still get to see him in his little baby stage. It's the cutest thing ever. I love him so much. But that comes down to talking about Bumpy once again, which, as we know, for some reason, which is really cool by the way, I'm not saying that this is an annoyance, but for some reason is in the Biosyn Sanctuary, in the Biosyn Valley. And honestly, I can't wait to see what story they do for Season 4, because I'm sat here thinking, how can they go ahead and try to make this a story? Because as far as we know, they're only there for Bumpy, you know? What else are they going to do? They're probably going to infiltrate Biosyn and work out some things with the locusts, I can only imagine. But we see a culmination of that thanks to Jurassic World Dominion and Ellie Sattler. So I'm just wondering what happens next, because this is obviously going to take place at Biosyn, and I think it's very safe to say that the Therizinosaurus and the Giganotosaurus and even Rexy may also be returning in this season of the show, which I'm very excited for. But one thing that I don't think many people have actually been given credit for is the fact that Season 1, Season 2 and Season 3 and now probably Season 4 feels like a continuous movie. I just haven't seen anybody give the show credit for that. Season 1 kind of ended off with them getting on the boat, Season 2 started on the boat. Sure, there was maybe a 14-day difference between the seasons, but the way Season 2 ends, that flows naturally into Season 3, and the way that Season 3 ends, that will probably flow naturally into Season 4, it genuinely feels like a long, continuous movie, which is such a good thing, because as much as people love seasons and love series of these franchises, sometimes they can be a bit jumpy and they can be a bit boring in some places. But Chaos Theory has done a fantastic job making them flow very well. But either way, I enjoyed this so much, and yes, I get it, there is a pattern here. Camp Cretaceous and Chaos Theory Season 1 were really good, and then Season 2 kind of dropped off, then Season 3 became the best, and then Season 4 for Camp Cretaceous at least was the very worst. So I'm cautiously optimistic about Season 4 for Chaos Theory, for obvious reasons. But honestly, even though Chaos Theory Season 2 wasn't the greatest, I still enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much. So I do have high hopes and high faith in this DreamWorks and Amblin and Universal team to cook very well for Season 4. Which we'll be covering here on the channel, so don't you worry. We've got loads of Chaos Theory content planned. I believe by the time I'm recording this, we're still waiting for the Universal panel at CinemaCon to take light. So depending on when this video comes up, we should also have some Jurassic World Rebirth content. So we have loads of stuff. Make sure you're subscribed, like this video, and go down to the comments. Let me know what your favourite scene from Chaos Theory Season 3 was. But most importantly, and I do mean this with all my heart, make sure you're all staying safe out there. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye. Hey, did you enjoy the video? Well, why not leave a like and subscribe for more Jurassic content? I appreciate every single one of you for reaching this point into the video and supporting me this far. If you wish to support me even further, then feel free to head on down to the description where you can find links to donate, my Patreon, and you can also press that join button to become a member here on YouTube and gain access to some awesome emojis. A massive thank you to all of the YouTube members for this month, as well as the amazing fans over on Patreon too. Your extra bit of support really goes a long way. But for now, I wish you a great rest of your day.